guys, what is up, and welcome to the final episode of Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. We are about to get Mr. Christoph Gavin. Let's get going. Alright. The letter from Misham, I believe. That should be it. Yes. This evidence proves there's a link. That scrap of paper? I'm afraid I can't let you submit that. Is there some problem? There is. How could you possibly have that? You couldn't.
Hey! That's Daddy's handwriting!
Mr. Wright's handwriting? What's the meaning of this? Trucy! What do you mean, of course? I just remembered I had a visitor yesterday. Phoenix Wright came to my cell, except I wasn't there. Phoenix Wright? When I returned, I saw he had something of mine in his possession. Of course, I had no intention of letting him get away with reading my private mail. Mail? You mean this letter was in your cell? No. However, it appears Mr. Wright has yet to be cured of his bad forging habit. Well, if it is a forgery, it's not a very good one. The handwriting's terrible. This is Mr. Wright's reproduction of what was written in the real letter. Reproduction? When Mr. Wright visited Christoph Gavin's cell, he brought with him a small video camera. What? He recorded his entire conversation with you, Mr. Gavin, and the contents of your personal mail. Regardless, this mockery of a piece of evidence will never be accepted by the court. Evidence based on a video a man with no authority whatsoever claims he took. A man who happens to be an ex-attorney suspected of forgery. Prosecutor Gavin? Prosecutor Gavin? As embarrassing as this is for me to say, I'm afraid my brother isn't capable of making rational judgments at the moment. Your Honor, your decision, please. The defense's claim is denied.
What?
Only actual evidence is permitted in a court of law. Please remove the defense's evidence from the record. Better luck next time, Justice. Objection! 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 Well, we've certainly taken a detour from our cross-examination. But the defense appears to be lacking proof. I'm forced to end the I'm forced to end the cross-examination of Christoph Gavin at this point.
Apollo, do something!
I'm thinking, but without evidence, I don't have anything I can use on him. Very well. This ends the special witness's cross-examination. Thank you! Oh my god. The show's over, yet the crowd screams for more. Only now do I understand why. Prosecutor Gavin? Frankly, I'm relieved. This has been bothering me for 7 whole years, and I'm tired of the whole youthful angst scene. Now's our chance. Let's clean out the family closet, hey, Christoph? Clavier, you're spinning out of control. Calm yourself before you say something you'll regret. Spinning out of whose control? Mine? Or yours? Take a moment to consider everything you've built. Your reputation as a prosecutor, your fame with the masses. You could lose it all, Clavier.
Apollo, did you see that? He's trying to press Prosecutor Gavin.
Prosecutor Gavin, try to remember. What's really important to you? You amuse me, Head Forehead. I couldn't forget what's really important to me even if I tried. In fact, I haven't. Not even once. 7 years ago. Finally. You just couldn't resist, could you? Herr Wright. Resist what? Presenting solid evidence? Might I request we put the current cross-examination on hold? The prosecution would like to call a new witness. State your name and occupation for the record. I'm familiar with the trial. I've watched the video several times. Didn't you find anything unnatural about it? Unnatural? Well, you did seem unusually well prepared. I mean, Mr. Wright had only just presented his evidence. And the next moment, you call in Drew Misham. It was almost as if What? Funny. It didn't even occur to me to wonder. But now that I do, I see there's only one possible explanation. Almost as if, from the very beginning, you knew Mr. Wright was going to present that evidence. Oh! Correct. I knew that if I applied the usual pressure, Phoenix Wright would eventually come up with that forged diary page. Don't do this, Clavier. I knew because you told me, Christoph. What? It was the night before the trial. Clavier. Christoph? Odd seeing you as the prosecutor's office the day before the trial. I won't be appearing in the trial, actually. Huh? Why not? I won't be pacing off with you on your first trial, apparently. But in exchange, I brought information. Information? The attorney who'll be there in my places tomorrow is not to be trusted. Don't even give him the benefit of your respect. Listen, I want you to call in a special witness. Then, I've wondered about it at the time. How does Christoph know so much? Prosecutor Gavin. Christoph! We were supposed to face each other in that trial. A fair fight, brother to brother. I deserve that much. You let me borrow the victim's belongings. You showed me all your research on the case.
The victim's belongings?
Which would have included McAfee's diary, wouldn't it? Mr. Gavin? My, Clavier, you disappoint me. You find trees, yet miss the forest. You're the one missing the forest, Mr. Gavin. You can't sweep this under the rug. Not anymore. Tell me what was going on behind that trial. Why not? I have achieved what I came here to do. I see no harm in a little reminiscing.
Apollo.
I think we're finally going to shine a light on the black belly of this thing, Trucy. We've done everything we could. I hope it's enough. 7 years ago, the day before the trial, I visited the detention center at the request of my client, Zach Gramery. 2 cards. 1 card. Showdown time. Enough. You lose, Gavin. Thanks for the work. Now go. To be honest, I don't know what his reasons were to this day. As far as I could tell, he dismissed me as his representation because I lost in a game of poker. I can come to no other conclusion.
Daddy used to say something. If you want to know a man, you have to compete.
Zach wasn't watching his points or the cards. He was watching the man behind the cards, Christoph Gavin. I couldn't believe it. Phoenix Wright? A second-rate attorney who relies on luck and bluffs? He dismissed me, and went with that pitiful excuse for a man? He deserved to die for that error alone. Hold it! So the one who requested that forgery was... Oh, I'm not admitting to anything. My point is, these 2 men shamed me, and I could not forgive that. Phoenix Wright and Zach Gramery both deserve what they got. So you asked Mr. Mission to forge that evidence, so you could win. But then, when you were dismissed as Zach Gramery's attorney, you used your forged evidence as a trap. You fed me information about the forgery you made. Then you gave your dirty evidence to him. You're free to imagine what you will. My point is that all I had imagined came to pass. Everything went perfectly. Incredible. If I wasn't laughing, I'd weep. Prosecutor Gavin? Perfectly? You're mad, Christoph. Stop fooling yourself. What are you talking about, Clavier? Tell me, how did that trial end? Cancelled, when the defendant vanished. Ah, I get it. So, Christoph, you've been living in fear for 7 years. What? You were afraid your forgery would be revealed, and your reputation trashed. You couldn't leave things to chance, so you watched everyone involved with the case for 7 years. You know, he always felt like he was being watched. That's what he said, every day, for 7 years. But I felt it too! Journalist sure is he is being watched, end quote. Don't you wonder why Zach Gramery got rubbed out after 7 years? Right after coming into contact with me? But wait just a minute. Zach Gramery was seen by this reporter? How was that possible? Was he alive after being gone for 7 years? Finally. I knew this moment was coming. I just didn't think we'd get here so fast. Zach Gramery, gone missing for 7 years. Trucy's father.
What's wrong, Apollo? Go get him!
Right. Leave it to me. Allow me to refresh the court's memory. 6 months ago, Christoph Gavin was charged with murdering a mysterious traveler. I remember him quite well. Shady Smith, was it? Poisoned at a Chinese restaurant. Tragic. The details don't really matter right now. What matters is that the traveler was Zach Gramery.
What is it, Apollo?
Huh?
Keep going! We'll talk about it later.
Did she already know? Someone please explain this. Mr. Justice, can you explain this? It all started 7 years ago. The great magician, Magnifi Gramery's death started it. Magnifi Gramery's death and his student, Zach Gramery, the suspect. Whoever defended Zach in court successfully would be famous beyond belief. Thinking that, Christoph Gavin did the unthinkable. He forged evidence. DeSmuMe? Actually, it was his daughter Vera who really did the work. You took precautions when you had that forgery made, didn't you, Mr. Gavin? Precautions? To keep people from talking, of course. These two know too much. Leave them alive and there'll be nothing but trouble. That's when you planned your poisoning of the forgers. Atropine. Applied to a commemorative stamp. But luck was on Mr. Misham's side. The bomb didn't go off. His daughter! She saved him by taking the stamp. I see. But that wasn't the only bomb he'd set up. The Ariadone nail polish, of course. You noticed something when you requested that forgery. When Vera Misham is nervous, she has a bad habit. A tendency to bite her nails. Oh! That nail polish was her good luck charm. She was almost kidnapped once. Since then, she's been, well, you can see for yourself. She refuses to leave the house.
That person gave me a good luck charm for when I had to absolutely go outside. It protects me.
Yes, apparently she received something. A gift. She won't tell me what it was. It was from that client, the one who wanted that note made. It was his insurance. Insurance? As long as she lived quietly at home, there was no danger to her. But what if she had to go outside? If she ran into any trouble, she'd become nervous. And the nail polish would do the rest. His time bomb sat there for 7 years, and then they went off almost simultaneously. If you're finished, may I return to my cell now? I'm not accustomed to standing for such long periods of time. Mr. Gavin! Have you heard a single thing we've said? Oh, I listened quite closely to your little tale. Quite an entertaining piece of fiction. What? Clavier. Surely you understand. We're back to the evidence. The lacking evidence. Nothing proves a link between him and the Atraconines that took Drew Misham's life. What about the restaurant? You killed Zach Gramery to keep him from talking! I killed no man of that name. Read over the report again if you'd like. The victim was a traveler. by the name of Shady Smith, about whom we know little else. You can't seriously think I knew he was that particular fugitive. Okay, then why did you kill him? I plead my right to remain silent. Remember, this court did not convene to put me on trial. The defendant's name is Vera Misham, suspected of the murder of her father. My trial's been finished for 6 months now. I'm afraid we have strayed considerably from our purpose here. The court concurs with the witness. It is defendant Vera Misham who is on trial here.
No! But you were doing so good, Apollo!
As long as there is no evidence to support the accusation against him, this course of inquiry cannot find Vera Misham innocent. Your Honor, Phoenix Wright spent 7 years collecting this evidence. You still don't get it, do you? Let us assume there was poison in the nail polish. Who then was responsible for causing Vera Misham to bite her nails? What? It wasn't me, I know that much. The one who brought that poison to her lips was you. What? I mean, he's right. Evidence is everything. There is nothing more. I believe this discussion has reached its conclusion. Your Honor! Mr. Justice, you have performed admirably well for a novice attorney. I respect your partner, Phoenix Wright's determination as well. However, without direct proof, you have nothing. Isn't that right, Clavier? Unfortunately, yes, Christoph, you're right. That is, you would have been right. Until now. What? Did the news not reach your desk in solitary? The eyes of the nation are on this courtroom today. This is the trial case for a new judicial system. That's right! I'd totally forgotten. The jurist system! Jurists, you say? The current judicial system has been deemed too closed off from society. This new system attempts to inject the wisdom of common citizens into the law. Common citizens? Wisdom? Is this some kind of a joke? What could we possibly gain by doing this? Entrusting our judicial system to a mindless, emotional mob of irrational mouth breathers? Common citizens have something called common sense. Common sense is not restricted by the law. Nonsense! There is only room for two in this court. Me and the law. Keep the riffraff out. Out, I say! They're not in the court, actually. They're watching everything by video camera.
Hi! It's me! I'm a jurist.
How can you allow this? Incidentally, the one responsible for making this happen was Phoenix Wright. Phoenix Wright? Oh, shit. He's not levitating pots this time. So, everything was leading to this. Of course. Right. Right. I won't accept. I can't accept. This is no court. Law. The law is everything. Law is absolute. You would let ignorant swine soil your courts. Christoph, it's over. Clavier! The law is absolute. You can't be serious. What? Odd. I thought you spent your life looking for loopholes. The law isn't absolute. It's filled with contradictions. The law is the end product of many years of history, the fruit of human knowledge. Like a gem, polished through to a gleam through trials and errors. It is this fruit we receive, and pass on, and face in our time. And it is always changing, growing. Nurturing it is our task as human beings. Except for you, Christoph. You aren't changing. You've stopped. You're not needed anymore. I couldn't think of anything to say. Maybe because I still haven't seen enough. But someday, I'll know what law is. And I'll fight to change it if I have to. I see no need to further prolong this trial. This began as the trial of Vera Misham accused of murdering her father. The painter, Drew Misham, however. Several other incidents were reviewed, and we seem to have reached a conclusion. Before this court declares a verdict, I await your decision. Jurist of the court.
That's me.
For the death of Drew Misham, how do you find the defendant Vera Misham? Innocent or guilty? I turn to you now to consider this matter. Oh my god, what the fuck? October 9th, 12:48 p.m., Jurist Chambers. This ends the trial for the case. Only the verdict remains to be decided. Defendant Vera Misham is currently in intensive care. If a decision cannot be reached today, it may never be reached. The factors involved are simple. Did the defendant poison her father that night? If so, she is guilty. Or was there another reason for Mr. Misham's death? Did another person poison him? If so, she is innocent. A panel has been provided for each of you to input your decisions. That is all. Yes, jurist number 6? There's something in the jurist handbook here. Persons involved with the case may not be jurists. This is correct. I have looked into all your dossiers. None of you were involved with the development of the case. With the development of the case? I see. Does that answer your concern? It's time for your verdicts. Make your decision in the case against Vera Misham. After 7 years, the truth is ready to be heard. Judge wisely, judge well. We get to do it. We're jurist number 6. What? I knew it! And so a verdict was reached on October 9th, 12:14 p.m. The first verdict under the jurist system. Innocent, by unanimous decision. The record will show that when the verdict was announced, special witness Christoph Gavin laughed. A laugh louder than any heard before or since. I wanted to do the laugh, it's fun. I like doing evil laughs, it's very fun. October 10th, 8:30 a.m., in the morning after the trial. In an intensive care ward, a true miracle occurred. Vera Misham opened her eyes. October 10th, 10:12 a.m., Hickfield Clinic. Vera! I'm so glad.
Don't cry, Apollo. I'm happy too, and proud. You did well, Apollo. When I thought about what if Vera,
Hey now, don't you start crying too! Sorry I had to see us like this. Vera?
Thank you so much, Apollo. Thank you.
No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have pressed you like that. If I hadn't, you never would have bitten your nails.
No, I was wrong. Staying locked inside like that, clinging to my good luck charm.
Vera.
When I opened my eyes and saw you, I finally understood. It's important to be a part of the world. To see things with your own eyes.
It looks like that poison had some effect after all. It killed off whatever was holding Vera back from life.
I knew you'd pull through, Vera! I mean, that's what Apollo was fighting for the whole time. Your future! I won't forget it. Here, let me thank you.
No, really, it's okay.
Aww! Oh, look, it's me! I love it! Thanks!
Is that me?
She really captured your essence, Apollo. Well, I think so at least. That reminds me. Do you know where the other lawyer is?
The other lawyer?
Oh, you mean Daddy! Except he's not a lawyer anymore. It's my fault, isn't it? I'm sorry. Oh, no! That's not what I meant! No, it's okay. I'm through looking away from the things I've done. I hope I can look him in the eyes again someday and apologize.
I'm sure he'd be happy to hear that.
He brought all those things for me when he came to visit earlier.
You mean that stack of videos? Mr. Wright finished watching them all?
You know, I knew my real daddy was alive.
Huh?
I was there 7 years ago, remember? I was the one who helped him vanish from the courtroom.
You did what? How?
I'm not telling. He promised me that day he went away.
We may not meet again for some time, Trucy. But know this, I will be watching, and one day I shall return. You're the next Grammary, after all. Oh, Trucy. In the end, he couldn't keep that promise, could he?
It's okay. Phoenix is my daddy now, even if he can't really play the piano.
That he can't.
Oh, and I've got you too, even if your voice is kind of loud sometimes.
Glad I made your list.
Hey, come to think of it, where is Daddy? The one who can't play. Do you know Apollo?
I think he said he had to meet someone.
I wonder. Maybe it's a new mommy. Oh, Trucy? Yes, Vera? I was wondering, could you show him to me once more? Sir Hat, was it? Oh, he's not been knighted yet. Here goes. Do us an impersonation, Mr. Hat.
Objection! Not loud enough. And I like Miss Magic Underwear better anyway.
That's magic panties, Apollo.
So, your memory's returned.
Mr. Wright, was this all a part of your plan too?
I don't know what you're talking about.
When I lost my memory, I was reborn as Le Miroir. But you knew my true identity, did you not? That is why you chose me as one of your jurists.
Ah, you're thinking into it too much. Besides, there was no guarantee that regaining your memory would make you happy.
Of course it is a happy thing. For so long I thought I was alone, but now I know I have children, 2 dear children. I'm so proud of them. This too, I think, is thanks to you.
Are you gonna tell them?
They do not know?
Nope. They don't know their mother. They don't even know that they're siblings.
I will go to them when the time is right. Until then,
Don't worry. I'll take care of them for you. They're very important to me too. A little annoying at times, but still. I had to keep an eye on her at least. Because I'm the only one who knows how she really feels on the inside. Your bracelet.
Yes?
I've seen a lot of mysterious things these past 7 years. But your bracelets were the strangest of all. I remember meeting him, half a year ago now, in Christoph Gavin's office. And then I met you. 2 fates destined to intertwine, and I was there when they crossed. I'll never forget that. Such a small thing, that bullet, yet it tore who I was away. "10 years ago, during a simple rehearsal. It was a miracle no one died, but I didn't survive that accident. That is why I left the troupe, my family. Now my memory has returned. I am myself once more. For the first time, I'm glad to be alive, Mr. Wright. Speaking of miracles, Vera Misham regained consciousness this morning. I can only hope she's as glad as you are. It is a strange thing, fate. Sometimes a life is taken, sometimes a life is spared. You know what I've been thinking? People don't die that easily, really. As long as they've got something worth living for. And that's pretty much the end of my story, for now anyway. I've still got a long way to go, and this power of mine, well, it needs some work. But there's hope now. We lost it, but somehow we found it again. That's why people are smiling again. Hope. Yeah, I think I'll keep at this lawyer thing for a while. Oops, training time. Gotta go. Cords of steel, here comes justice! Objection!
I'm glad you're staying with the agency, Apollo. It's like I found my long-lost big little brother. Oh, and don't you worry about Troop Grammary. Jersey's on the case. Now that I have this, thanks to Daddy. And Mr. Hat.
Jersey Grammary? Frankly, I got my doubts, but Hat Grammary? Now that'll pack him in. Oh, they're little pictures. That's cute. It's not every day you get a trial that rocks hard as in one of our gigs, yeah? That's why it's over. The governors are breaking up. No! The news caused a run on tissues at supermarkets nationwide. You're the real stars now. I look forward to our next jam session. No! Come here! You can't do that! Well, it's finally over. You know, thinking about it, I've been a piano player longer than I was a lawyer. Now that everything's sorted and I've got time on my hands, maybe I'll take some lessons. Or maybe I'll take the bar exam. Again. I like how our laughs matched even though I wasn't doing the Phoenix laugh. Our guy's gonna go ahead and take the bar exam again. Otherwise, we wouldn't have 2 other games to go through. So, I was standing around eating snackus the other day when I got this crazy idea. What if they were golden? You can augment the crunch, or better yet, make them ding! Ah, the power of science! Although the preservatives might not be 100% safe. Listen, I just really want some good snackus in my life. I've had the chocolate ones for like so long, and I just want them to be somewhat different. Can you make that happen, please?
In unlikely event you are wanting Russian feast, come to Borscht Bowl Club. The only thing colder than restaurant is borscht. Da, but if greater challenge is required.
Then come to the hideout. You know who to ask for. I really like this whole picture setup. It's adorable. Hey. Oh. So, Kentucky Patriots is getting back to its eastern roots. Spread the culture and all. Yo, boss! Culture time! This is how we write root, capiche? But we're still about giving back to the people. Yo, boss! Pay our time! And this is how we write people, alright? Not that Walkie's paying any attention. Oh, kids. Where's Walkie? Where's our boy? Where's our little fox boy? There he is. Bazoy! Chinese characters on cake was a fly idea like 3,000 years ago. Believe that. Man, you want to make it today, you gotta keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Yo, that's why I made the OG cracker for real. I know it don't look like no cracker G, but what, you want me to call it the OG muffin? I mean, that's what it looks like. It looks like a cream puff. Doesn't look like a cracker, it looks like a cream puff, so you should call it the OG cream puff. I don't know where all this talk about food is coming from. You ask me, there's only one food, and that's noodles. Noodles forever. I got a new one too. See, this time, I just put a big chunk of salt in the bowl. Why pretend? Eldon's noodles is about the salt. Salt forever. You are going to cause someone heart disease someday. You are going to die of heart disease someday, sir. You keep eating bowls full of just salt. Not you. My exceptionally inquisitive nature has won me unequivocal adoration in my department. You say they used to call me Wesley Stinkler, and now Wesley Sticky Hands. But no longer. I have a new name, one that reflects my true academic nature. Wesley Sicko. What the fuck? You are a sicko indeed. Please get out of my life. I don't want you to show up ever again. Wesley Sticky Hands is a good name, though. I don't know how to thank you for all you've done. Light has returned to my life, and with it, joy. I may have lost years, but I have gained a treasure. 2 treasures, in fact. I will think of them when I write my next song. It's our mom! That's Mom! Oh, she looks so pretty. She's so pretty. Brushel, brush, brushel! Brushel, brush, brushel! Brushel here, back on the beat with another interview! Huh? How do I feel about how things turned out? No scoop yet, but journalist competence in mint condition. End quote!
I've decided to keep painting. Originals only, of course. I suppose I'll have to see a bit of the world outside to find out what to paint. But I know there are good people out there now. I've met them. The door is open. The world is waiting. Thank you.
Hope we'll be okay, Vera. Aww. That's it. And that's the end. That's the end of Turnabout Succession. Woo, okay. This trial went by remarkably fast than, like, the rest of the case, plus any other final trial we've ever had. I mean, listen, like, didn't, like, my Rise from the Ashes trial have, like, 7 parts or something? And, like, same thing with, like, Bridge to the Turnabout. It had, like, 6 or 7 parts. Farewell My Turnabout was, like, a little easier on, like, the parts. I think it was, like, just 4. But this is just 2. It's just 2 parts. Wow. That's crazy. But, yeah. I honestly really don't know what to say right now. But yeah. You guys are gonna be able to keep watching me play investigations. I'm gonna be going for, like, investigations on both Wednesday and Saturday now. But yeah, after that, I'm not entirely sure what to do as of right now. As of the time of filming, I have no idea what I'm going to do next. Whether I'm going to play Investigations 2, or I'm going to play Layton vs. Wright, or I'm going to just go straight forward with Dual Destinies. Like, there's a lot of things that I could be doing, but yeah, I still do kind of need to figure that out, because all of those are really long games, except for Dual Destinies, kind of, sort of. But, like, Dual Destiny is still pretty long, but, like, Layton vs. Wright and Investigations 2 are, like, really, really, really long, and I can't exactly do it, like, how I did this, because it'll take, like, a whole year to, like, actually finish the games. So, like, yeah, I have no idea what I'm gonna do next. But yeah, hopefully you'll stick with me for the end of Investigations. And yeah, see you guys next time for the next Investigations episode. Roll the end card.
Objection! You haven't hit like and subscribe yet! Hold it! You forgot to ring the bell to get notified whenever I upload! Take that! click here to watch more of my videos. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye!